Do you truly believe in yourself? Really think about that. Because everything you want in life begins with that one question. If you don't believe you're capable of achieving greatness, then no amount of effort or hard work will ever make a difference. It doesn't matter how many times you try or how hard you push. If deep down you don't believe in your own power, you'll be stuck. Self-belief isn't just a feel-good idea. It's the starting point of every successful journey. Without it, everything else is just noise. Think for a moment about your dreams, the life you desire, the person you wish to become. What's holding you back? Most likely, it's fear, the fear that you won't succeed, that you aren't good enough, that you don't have what it takes. But here's the truth. Everyone has those fears. The difference between those who achieve their dreams and those who don't is simple. Those who succeed choose to believe in themselves despite the fear. They understand that their self-worth isn't tied to past mistakes or failures. They know their potential is limitless, waiting to be unlocked with every step they take. Your belief in yourself must be unshakable. It must be so strong that no obstacle can knock you off course. Think of the successful people you admire. They didn't have all the answers. They didn't know every step of the way. What they had was an unwavering confidence that they would find a way, no matter what. They kept moving forward, even when it seemed impossible. They trusted their ability to learn, adapt, and grow. And that's exactly what you need to do. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up with confidence, even when the path isn't clear. It's about understanding that failure is part of the journey, not the end of it. Every time you fail, you get closer to success. How? Every time you push through the doubt, you strengthen that belief in yourself. And over time, that belief will become your most powerful asset. Imagine for a moment what your life would look like if you truly believed in your abilities. If you faced every challenge with the certainty that you could overcome it. If you took every opportunity with the confidence that you deserve it. It's not a dream. It's a reality that's within your reach. But you have to start by trusting yourself. You have to know deep down that you are capable of far more than you realize. The reward for believing in yourself is simple. Everything. Success, happiness, fulfillment. These all begin with the belief that you can achieve them. So ask yourself right now, do you believe in you? If not, it's time to change that. It's time to unlock the power within you to take that first step with unwavering faith in your potential. Because when you do, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Stay with me and let's unlock that power together. Imagine for a moment waking up every day with the unshakable belief that there is more than enough for you, that there are no limits to what you can achieve. You see, the reason most people stay stuck in a cycle of struggle and scarcity is because they only see what they lack. They focus on the obstacles, the challenges, the things they don't have. But true prosperity, real wealth, comes from shifting your mindset to one of abundance. It's not about focusing on what's missing. It's about seeing the world as full of endless opportunities, ready for the taking. The moment you make this shift, you begin to see everything differently. Your life, your business, your relationships, they all change the instant you stop thinking there's not enough. Instead, you start to recognize that the universe is full of wealth, success, and possibility. There's an abundance of everything you desire. The opportunities are right in front of you, waiting to be claimed, waiting for you to open your eyes to them. This mindset isn't about ignoring the reality of challenges or struggles. It's about seeing those struggles as stepping stones to something greater. You begin to understand that obstacles are just part of the journey, not roadblocks to your success. Once you adopt an abundance mindset, you begin to attract everything you need. This isn't some wishful thinking concept. This is about aligning your energy with the limitless potential around you. When you believe that there's more than enough to go around, you stop holding on to things in fear of losing them. You begin to give, to create, to innovate. And when you give freely, when you create value for others, the wealth flows to you naturally. It's the law of the universe. What you give, you receive. The more you believe in abundance, the more abundance will show up in your life. You see, this shift in thinking is what separates the successful from the unsuccessful. Successful people don't compete for scraps. They build empires from the endless resources that surround them. They understand that the only limit to their success is the limit they place on their own mindset. When you operate from a mindset of abundance, you stop playing small. You start aiming higher, you set bigger goals. You pursue them with unwavering focus, because you know that the universe has no shortage of what you desire. You no longer see other success as a threat, but as proof that what's possible is limitless. You don't fear competition because you know that your success doesn't take away from anyone else's. There's room for everyone to thrive. When you believe there's enough, you begin to act differently. You take more risks. You move faster. You step into opportunities without hesitation. Every setback becomes a lesson, every failure a stepping stone, and every success simply one more sign that you're on the right path. This mindset isn't just about wealth, it's about living fully, embracing the belief that everything you need to succeed is already available to you. The moment you let go of scarcity, you let in the life you deserve. You begin to see abundance in all areas of your life. And when you do, your wealth, your happiness, your success will flow in ways you never thought possible. The path to prosperity is not paved with perfection, but with persistence, persistence. Correct. This is where most people fail. They look for the perfect strategy, the perfect moment, the perfect conditions. They wait for everything to align before taking action. But that's not how success works. The reality is that success comes from showing up day after day, even when things aren't perfect, even when you don't feel ready. It's about being consistent, no matter what. It's about taking action when others hesitate. It's about the courage to keep moving forward, even when the road ahead is unclear. There's no such thing as a flawless journey. You will face obstacles. You will make mistakes. But those mistakes are not setbacks. They are lessons. Every failure teaches you something. So every challenge helps you grow. Every time you fall, you rise stronger, more capable, and more prepared for the next level. The most successful people understand this. They don't fear failure, they embrace it. They know that failure is simply part of the process, part of what makes them stronger. And so they keep going, undeterred by setbacks, unfazed by the things that could stop them. They push through, and in doing so, they gain momentum. True prosperity isn't about getting everything right the first time. It's about showing up every single day, no matter how many times you fall. It's about the will to keep going, even when things seem impossible. It's about maintaining your focus on the goal, knowing that the obstacles along the way are just stepping stones to your success. Every small action you take today builds the foundation for tomorrow. And when you look back, you will see that the small, persistent steps you took, no matter how imperfect, were the very things that led to your greatest achievements. Perfection is an illusion that will always hold you back. It's a trap that keeps you from taking the first step, from moving forward. But persistence, true, unshakable persistence, is what will carry you through. You don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep going. Every time you think about giving up, remind yourself of your vision. Remember why you started. Keep that burning desire alive, because that is what will push you through the tough times. That is what will keep you on the path to prosperity. The people who succeed are the ones who keep trying, keep learning, keep adapting. They don't let fear of failure stop them. Instead, they let their failures fuel them. They let their mistakes teach them. And with each lesson learned, they get closer to their goals. Goals. Success is a journey, not a destination. It's about the progress you make each day, the lessons you learn, and the relentless belief that you can do it, no matter what. So keep moving forward. Embrace the struggle. Be persistent. Persistent. Because it's that persistence, not perfection, that will bring you the wealth and success you've always dreamed of. To achieve extraordinary wealth and success, you must be willing to take risks. It's easy to stay in your comfort zone, to do what's familiar, to follow the safe path. Have a safe path. But the safe path doesn't lead to greatness. It doesn't lead to the life you want. The truth is, every successful person has faced fear. Every person who has created real wealth has made decisions that required them to step into the unknown. They didn't have all the answers. They didn't have all the answers. They didn't know exactly how everything would work out. What they had was the courage to take a chance, to push beyond their comfort zone, and to embrace uncertainty. Risk is not about being reckless. It's about making calculated decisions. It's about weighing the potential rewards against the possible setbacks and still choosing to move forward. It's about understanding that the greatest reward comes from taking bold action, not from playing it safe. You don't have to risk everything, but you must be willing to risk something. This is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who settle for mediocrity. While others wait for perfect conditions, successful people act. They take the risks that others avoid, and in doing so, they create the opportunities that others miss. Risk doesn't mean carelessness. Risk doesn't mean carelessness. It means making informed decisions, knowing that there's always a chance you could fail, but believing that the potential payoff is worth it. Every great achievement, every breakthrough, comes from the willingness to embrace uncertainty. Uncertainty. The fear of failure will always be there, but it's how you respond to that fear that defines your success. You can either let that fear control you, keeping you stuck in place, or you can use it as fuel to propel you forward. Fear is a natural part of growth, but it doesn't have to hold you back. When you take risks, you are not just chasing after wealth. You are growing as a person. You are learning new things, gaining experiences, and sharpening your skills. And with every risk you take, you become more resilient, more capable of handling the challenges that come your way. The more risks you take, the more comfortable you become with the unknown. You learn to trust yourself, to trust the process, and to trust that even if you don't succeed right away, the experience is worth more than any comfort zone could ever offer. Success is for those who are willing to leap, to step into the unknown with the belief that they are capable of figuring it out along the way. The wealthiest people didn't wait for the perfect moment. They created their own opportunities by taking risks. They understood that nothing worthwhile comes without a certain level of uncertainty, and they embraced that uncertainty with confidence. If you want to achieve something extraordinary, you must be willing to take the leap. You must be willing to step outside of your comfort zone and trust that the rewards are waiting for you on the other side. So, what are you waiting for? The opportunity is there, but it's not going to come to you while you're standing still. Your future self will thank you for it. True prosperity isn't just about accumulating wealth, it's about creating value. Wealth is not a static thing. It doesn't come from hoarding what you have or chasing after material things for the sake of status. Real wealth comes from what you give to the world, the value you add to others' lives. When you focus on creating value, you naturally attract success. The more value you create, the more you become a magnet for wealth. Think about the most successful people. They didn't just focus on their own gain. They built something that helped others, something that solved problems, something that improved lives. And in return, the world gave them wealth. You are capable of this too. Every time you create something that helps others, you're planting the seeds for your own prosperity. Whether it's a product, a service, an idea, or even a relationship, the value you add to others' lives is the foundation of your own success. It's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of money, but money follows value. It always has. It always will. If you want to attract wealth, stop focusing on the money itself. Start focusing on the value you can create. When you shift your focus to helping others, to adding value, you unlock a powerful force that propels you forward. Think about it. When you solve a problem, when you make someone's life better, they're willing to pay for it. They'll reward you because you've given them something that improves their situation. This is the cycle of prosperity. You create something of value, and in return, the universe gives you back the wealth you deserve. It's not about being selfish or driven by greed. It's about understanding that prosperity is a byproduct of service. The more you give, the more you receive. The more you receive. Building wealth through value creation requires a shift in mindset. Instead of focusing on how much you can get, start thinking about how much you can give. How can you make someone else's life better? How can you create something that people truly need? When you start thinking this way, you open the floodgates for wealth. People don't want to buy something because it's flashy or expensive. You want to buy something because it serves a purpose, because it adds value to their lives. Whether it's solving a problem, meeting a need, or providing an experience, the value you create will always be more important than the money you chase. The key to lasting prosperity is not in what you accumulate, but in what you contribute. Every time you help someone else, every time you solve a problem, you build your wealth. It's not an instant process, but the rewards come when you focus on creating lasting value. True wealth is not just about collecting money. It's about making a difference in the world. When you add value, the world will naturally reward you, and that reward will be far greater than any amount of money you could ever chase. So start today. Find ways to add value, to make a difference, and watch how prosperity follows. Every step you take towards success requires one thing above all else: discipline. It's easy to dream, to set goals, to imagine the life you want, But without discipline, those dreams will remain just that, dreams. The key to turning those dreams into reality is the ability to follow through, to take consistent, focused action, even when you don't feel like it. Wealth isn't built in a day. It's built over time through disciplined actions that compound day after day, week after week after week. Every decision you make, every small action you take is part of the foundation for the future you want to create. Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. It's about showing up every single day doing what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel. When you choose discipline over impulse, you choose the path to prosperity. You choose to stay focused, to make the right choices even when the temptation to take shortcuts is strong. The disciplined person doesn't get distracted by the easy road. They stay on the path that leads to long-term success. And this is what separates those who achieve greatness from those who settle for mediocrity. It's not talent, it's not luck, it's discipline. Think about your goals. Think about the life you want. Now ask yourself, are you disciplined enough to stay the course, even when the challenges seem insurmountable? Are you willing to make the sacrifices necessary to achieve your dreams? If you can answer yes, you are already ahead of the game. Because discipline is what will carry you through the tough times when the journey seems too long or the obstacles too high. It's the ability to keep moving forward, even when it feels like nothing is working. Wealth and success come to those who show up day in and day out and do the work. It's easy to get excited about an idea in the beginning, but it's the ability to follow through when that excitement fades that will make the difference. When others give up, the disciplined person keeps going. When others become distracted, the disciplined person stays focused. The disciplined person stays focused. This unwavering commitment to the process is what ultimately leads to success. Every day you choose discipline over distractions, you get closer to your goals. Every time you make the right choice, even when it's difficult, you're laying the bricks for your future. The reward of discipline is not immediate, it's long-term. But when you look back on all the small steps you've taken, all the moments when you chose to stay committed, you'll see how far you've come. You'll realize that it was your discipline that made it all possible. Wealth is not something that happens overnight. It's something that's earned, built, and nurtured through consistent effort. And if you want to build lasting prosperity, you must master the art of discipline. Without it, all the dreams and aspirations you have will remain just that, dreams. But with it, there are no limits to what you can achieve. Keep going, stay disciplined, and watch as your dreams become your reality. You can't build wealth without the ability to master your finances. Understanding money is not optional, it's essential. It's essential. Financial literacy is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. If you don't understand how money works, you'll never be able to leverage it to create the life you desire. The world is full of people working hard, but it's the ones who understand how to make their money work for them that truly prosper. Wealth isn't just about earning, it's about knowing how to manage, grow, and protect your resources. Irisans, every decision you make with money counts, and mastering financial literacy is the key to making those decisions wisely. You don't need to be a financial expert, but you must be willing to learn. You need to understand the fundamentals of saving, investing, and managing debt. Money can either be a tool that works for you or a weight that holds you back. The choice is yours. The first step is to stop letting money control you. Instead, take control of it. Learn how to make informed decisions that align with your long-term goals. Financial literacy empowers you to make choices that lead to prosperity. It gives you the confidence to take calculated risks, to invest wisely, and to avoid common pitfalls that can drain your wealth. When you understand how to manage your money, you also understand how to build wealth over time. Wealth isn't something that happens by accident. It's the result of smart choices made consistently over time. The more you learn about money, the more opportunities you'll see to make it work for you. You'll recognize when to save, when to invest, and when to take advantage of opportunities that others might miss. This knowledge becomes the foundation for your financial future, and it gives you the power to make decisions that propel you toward your goals. Financial education isn't just about understanding numbers. It's about understanding the principles that drive wealth creation. When you know the difference between good debt and bad debt, when you understand the power of compound interest, when you realize that your mindset toward money can either limit or expand your wealth, you unlock a new level of freedom. Money becomes a tool that works for you, not against you. The fear and confusion around finances dissipate, replaced by clarity and control. You can't be afraid of something you understand, and the more you understand, the more control you have over your future. The rewards of financial literacy are not immediate, but they are lasting. Every time you make an informed decision, every time you choose to save, invest, or protect your wealth, you move closer to the prosperity you seek. Financial literacy is not just about money, it's about freedom. It's the ability to choose how you spend your time, how you live your life, and what legacy you leave behind. When you understand money, you have the power to shape your future, to create the life you desire, and to ensure that wealth continues to flow to you. Start today. Take control of your finances and let that knowledge lead you to the wealth you deserve. The people you surround yourself with can either elevate you or hold you back. Relationships are one of the most powerful factors in achieving success. If you want to create wealth and prosperity, you must choose your circle wisely. Successful people don't go it alone. They surround themselves with other-driven, like-minded individuals who push them to be better, think bigger, and take action. The energy of those around you will either inspire you or drain you. If you want to succeed, you need to be around people who challenge you, who believe in the same principles, and who are just as committed to growth as you are. When you surround yourself with people who are focused on personal and financial growth, you begin to see the world differently. You start to adopt their mindset, their habits, and their work ethic. You learn from their experiences, and their success becomes a blueprint for your own. The relationships you cultivate will determine the speed and direction of your journey. Strong, supportive relationships will offer you the encouragement, feedback, and resources you need to push forward. They'll help you navigate the challenges, remind you of your potential, and hold you accountable when you start to lose focus. But not all relationships are equal. You must actively choose to surround yourself with individuals who raise your standards and share your values. Avoid toxic relationships that drain your energy, fuel your doubts, or keep you stuck in negativity. Negative influences will sabotage your efforts and prevent you from reaching your full potential. It's essential to protect your energy and only allow those who genuinely support your growth into your inner circle. The right relationships will empower you, provide you with new opportunities, and help you move closer to your goals. Networking is also a critical part of success. It's not just about knowing the right people, it's about building relationships that are mutually beneficial and based on trust. The more connections you make, the more opportunities will open up to you. The world is full of people who can offer new perspectives, ideas, and partnerships that can accelerate your success. By surrounding yourself with the right people, you become part of a powerful network that can help you grow faster than you could on your own. But it's not just about what you can take, it's about what you can give. The most successful people are also the most generous with their knowledge, time, and resources. They understand that by helping others succeed, they also create a ripple effect of success in their own lives. The power of relationships cannot be underestimated. The people who support you, challenge you, and inspire you are the ones who will keep you grounded and moving forward when things get tough. They are the ones who will remind you that you're capable of more than you think, and help you stay on track when the journey gets difficult. Don't underestimate the impact of your network. Choose wisely and build relationships that push you toward the success you deserve. In the end, it's the people around you who will shape the future you create. They are your greatest asset on the path to prosperity. Change is inevitable. It's the one constant in life, and yet so many people resist it. They cling to what's familiar, even when it's holding them back. The truth is, nothing stays the same forever, and those who fail to adapt will eventually be left behind. Prosperity comes to those who embrace change, not fear it. The world is evolving at a rapid pace, and if you want to stay ahead, you must be willing to evolve with it. The ability to adapt, to learn new skills, and to change with the times is what sets successful people apart from those who remain stuck in their old ways. Every day, the world presents new opportunities, new technologies, and new ways of thinking. The people who succeed are the ones who can spot these opportunities, learn what they need to know, and take action. They don't get comfortable with the way things are. They see change as a chance to grow, to expand, to become better. If you want to achieve greatness, you must let go of your attachment to the past and embrace the future with open arms. You must become comfortable with discomfort because that is where growth happens. Growth never occurs in the comfort zone. It happens when you step into the unknown, when you push yourself beyond your limits and face the challenges head on. Adapting to change doesn't mean losing who you are. It means evolving to become the best version of yourself. It means recognizing that the world is always shifting and learning how to leverage those shifts to your advantage. Whether it's learning new skills, adopting new technologies, or finding new ways to solve old problems, the key to success is being flexible, open-minded, and willing to change course when necessary. The more adaptable you become, the more doors will open for you. Opportunities will come your way, not because you're waiting for them, but because you're ready for them. The fear of change is often rooted in the fear of failure. People resist change because they fear they won't be able to keep up, that they'll fall behind. But the reality is, by avoiding change, you're ensuring that you'll stay stuck exactly where you are. The world isn't waiting for you to catch up. It's moving forward, and you either move with it or risk being left behind. Success requires a willingness to learn, to experiment, and to sometimes fail in order to succeed. Change is the very thing that creates growth, and growth is the path to prosperity. Every successful person you admire has learned to adapt. They didn't let the fear of change stop them. They understood that growth is uncomfortable, but it's also necessary. If you're unwilling to embrace change, you're closing yourself off to the opportunities that will shape your future. Embrace change as an ally, not an enemy. Welcome it with open arms and let it propel you toward the future you've always dreamed of. The more adaptable you become, the more power you will have to shape your own destiny. Prosperity is waiting for those who are ready to evolve with the world around them. And that person can be you if you're willing to change. Wealth is not just about collecting money. It's about creating a life of purpose, fulfillment, and impact. True prosperity is measured by the value you bring to others, the legacy you leave behind, and the difference you make in the world. The more you focus on serving others, on solving problems and meeting needs, the more wealth will flow into your life. Success doesn't come from hoarding resources or focusing solely on personal gain. It comes from giving your time, your energy, your knowledge, and your resources to those who need it. When you live with the intention to add value, you naturally attract success. You don't need to be the richest person in the room to make an impact. What matters is how much you contribute, how much you help others rise, how much you enrich the lives of those around you. Every time you give, whether it's a kind word, a helping hand, or a life-changing idea, you create a ripple effect that spreads far beyond what you can see. The more you give, the more you receive, not just in material wealth, but in experiences, connections, and personal growth. When you shift your focus from what you can get to what you can give, everything changes. You begin to realize that the true measure of wealth is not how much you accumulate, but how much you contribute. This mindset shift is crucial. When you focus on creating value, you move away from a scarcity mentality. Instead of thinking about what you lack, you start thinking about what you can offer. And in doing so, you open the floodgates to abundance. You are no longer chasing after money. Money comes to you as a byproduct of the value you create. You'll begin to see opportunities everywhere, from places you've never thought to look. The world is full of problems waiting to be solved, and every time you step up to solve one, you get closer to the wealth you seek. But giving isn't just about material things, it's about investing in people. We're investing in people. It's about being present, being authentic, and building relationships that matter. The wealthiest people are those who give of themselves, who use their influence and resources to help others succeed. They understand that by helping others achieve their dreams, they align themselves with the universal law of abundance. Success becomes less about individual gain and more about collective growth. When you uplift others, you uplift yourself. When you help others achieve their goals, you create a powerful network of support that will continue to work in your favor. True prosperity isn't about chasing wealth. It's about becoming the kind of person who attracts it naturally. It's about living a life of generosity, integrity, and purpose. When you make giving a priority, wealth follows. But more importantly, you begin to experience a richness in your life that far exceeds anything money can buy. The wealth you build through giving will continue to multiply. creating opportunities for you and others to thrive. The more you give, the more you become a magnet for success. This is the real power of prosperity. This is the kind of wealth that lasts. The greatest obstacle to success isn't a lack of opportunities. It's the inability to stay disciplined. Discipline is what keeps you moving forward when motivation fades. It's what allows you to continue working toward your goals when the initial excitement starts to wear off. Without discipline, even the best ideas and the most brilliant strategies will fall apart. Wealth isn't a result of talent alone. It's the byproduct of consistent, focused action. You can have all the dreams in the world, but unless you pair them with unwavering discipline, they will remain just the dreams. Discipline doesn't mean doing the same thing over and over without fail. It means making the right choices consistently, even when it's difficult, even when you don't feel like it. It means sticking to your plans when distractions arise and staying focused when challenges appear. Every great achievement requires sustained effort. There is no shortcut, no quick fix, and no magic pill. The reward for discipline is gradual, but it is constant and undeniable. The consistent, small actions you take every single day compound into massive results over time. It's not about waiting for the right moment to act. It's about making the most of every moment you have and acting now. Every successful person you admire did not achieve their success overnight. They achieved it through disciplined action, through staying the course when everyone else gave up. They set their sights on their goals and they worked relentlessly toward them. The key to their success was their ability to keep showing up day after day, regardless of the obstacles. The key to your success will be the same. Discipline will keep you grounded in your purpose, reminding you every day of why you started in the first place. When you are disciplined, you begin to form habits that work in your favor, habits that push you toward your goals even when you're not consciously thinking about them. The results of discipline are not immediate, and this is where many people falter. They expect instant success, instant gratification, but wealth and prosperity are built over time. It's the consistent actions you take, even when they seem small, that lead to the greatest rewards. A single day of effort may seem insignificant, but when that effort is compounded over weeks, months, and years, it creates something powerful. Your future self will thank you for every disciplined decision you make today, for every sacrifice, for every moment you chose focus over distraction. Discipline is what sets the foundation for the life you desire. It's the thread that weaves everything together, holding your dreams, your actions, and your success in place. Without discipline, all your efforts will be scattered, and your goals will feel out of reach. But with discipline, you create a clear path toward your goals. You establish the rhythm that will carry you forward, one step at a time, until you reach the life of prosperity you've always imagined. So, take control. Choose discipline every day, and let it be the force that drives you towards success.